Hello, Aquarius. Thank you so much for joining me for your reading. We're going to do singles and couples combined. This will be for the last couple of weeks of April. You know, whatever energy you're in or flowing into, if you are vibing with me. So, of course, I've already pre shuffled, but we're going to go ahead and jump into your reading. We're going to be using like 6 decks this time around. So, I hope you enjoy. And thank you so much for your likes, your thumbs up, and your subscribes, all that good stuff. All right, Aquarius. We see you being in an introspective period during this time, doing some soul searching. We're starting out with the Queen of Cups energy. Some of you are actively reaching out to people within your community for therapy, clergy, well respected people within the spiritual community, or people that you trust, family, friends, mentors. But you're using this time right now to really think about your life path, where you are emotionally, how you got there, and where you want to go moving forward. A lot of you are being very introspective and consulting yourself, your higher self during this time, and using your intuition to move forward in a path that's going to be best for you. And we see you doing this and really considering your emotions and not just your logic at this time, which is a little abnormal, honestly, for some Aquarius energies. You're often logical, but for you to be sitting within your emotion and really deep diving your emotional life right now, it lets us know that you've been through some significant events recently. Some events have, some cycles have closed, some new cycles have begun, and we know some of you Aquarius that we read for recently had recently ended a relationship. So, for those of you who had recently ended a relationship with somebody who you believed was your forever partner and your soulmate, you're doing some deep diving to see how you got there and where to go from here and where what your love language is, and just learning more about yourself and uh, what you want out of a relationship and what you really need and what really feeds your soul and makes you happy, and doing taking the steps to bring those things into your life and make those changes so that you feel abundant and whole, and not just financially abundant, but abundant in love. So we see the Knight of Cups energy. We see that some of you had been dealing with a young, watery energy, or someone who presented in a emotional, watery state. And for many of you, this is the relationship that didn't work out well. This is the relationship that you initially suspected would be your forever partner or forever mate. And you kind of just came across the idea that this is not exactly the person for you. They showed you some things about themselves that you weren't comfortable with for your last relationship, your last long-term relationship. These are people who are coupled and committed together. Uh, Potentially, you even lived together. You were in a relationship, committed to one another a year or more, and it's really caused you to reevaluate some things about your life and how you date, and why you look for the qualities that you look for in certain people, Aquarius. And we see you again, really just being in an emotional period where you're really trying to figure out where your emotions lie. Um, your emotional love language. Why do you love the way that you do? How were you taught to love, as opposed to what love language really works for you, and how you express your love and how you would like to receive it. So we see the Knight of Swords here. We see you feeling like you were used or potentially manipulated by a marriage or a long-term situation. This is again, I'm really picking this up for people who are in a relationship for at least committed for at least a year or more. This energy is kind of holding you back, and it's really causing you to reevaluate before you step into a new situation or new relationship. What is going to be the best step, because you really feel like this person from the past came in and kind of played you, and was very good at manipulating you. But you are you used your logical side to kind of cut that person out. You probably caught them in a situation they shouldn't have been in, that they put themselves in through willful actions and choices, and you decided to cut that person out of your life because they played games with you, so you had to come and step up for yourself. The universe could have possibly brought some things to light for you during a dream state, or just strong intuition or obvious tangible facts that allowed you to make the decision to cut that person off. Many of you began to just focus on work, instead and thrust yourself back into work like an Aquarius often does, your studies and things of that nature. For some of you people, you found a three-party situation or found out about a three-party situation that involved your workplace or someone at your workplace or your business place of employment, things of that nature, and it really shook you to the core and caused you again to just really focus on your emotional side, put work into your emotional side, your healing, your emotions, and also profiting your business and being a good employee or a good boss and things of that nature really made you reanalyze some things and make some changes um, about yourself and how you relate to people, Aquarius, which is great. It's a growth. It's growth. You know, it's potential. It's got you moving forward in life and creating a firm foundation. And I think a lot of you Aquarius singles out there right now are really focusing on how to get the love you want. And if that requires you making any changes or adjustments and analyzing why you want the things that you want out of relationships and out of life, and were these things instilled in you, or is this genuinely what vibrates with your soul and genuinely, truly what your soul wants? Because we don't want the universe to create tower moments where they choose for us, although we can create tower moments ourselves. But the universe will really kind of back you into a corner to choose what's best for you sometimes, you know? All right, let's see what other energy we have here for you, Aquarius. Eight of Autumn. So we see you wanting to move ahead in something, potentially a new avenue in life, a new job, a new position, a new role, a new relationship, and you're feeling a little hesitant and unsure. So the universe is saying just take the proper steps, do the research, and these things will work out fine. Just continue to be the diligent Aquarius that you are, and always, you know, proceed with care. Make sure you are giving your time, efforts, and energy to those who deserve it. Work on reading energies and the energies around you. Yes, use your logical side, but also, you know, gauge people off of their energy as well. You find doing so will help you make your decisions a lot clearer and a lot better, a lot more comfort and ease and surety moving forward. And some of you guys are looking back on something from the past and thinking about revisiting it at some time soon. Um, so we see that energy there in the universe saying, you know, work on yourself, continue to study yourself, continue to analyze yourself, the things you love, again, why you love that way, how were you taught to love, how are you shown love, how do you want to receive love, and this is going to make you an even better partner for your current spouse, a better partner for yourself, most importantly, because you got to love yourself first, and it'll help you see through some illusions as well. Beautiful energy, uh, beautiful energy. Looks like you Aquarius are going to be having some joys to celebrate some good things happening for you during this time frame. And it looks like clear through summer. A lot of you guys are going to be spending a lot of times outdoors, swimming at lakes, pools, rivers, and things of that nature. Spending time with your family and friends now that the world is beginning to open up again. You're going to find yourself moving out of that mild depressive, kind of stuck kind of a state, an emotional state. You'll be able to move into a more positive energy, a more fulfilling and fun energy once you come to your conclusions and make your plans for your future. We see two threes here already with your works and your three of summer. And again, some of you found out in your last relationship ended because you found out about a three-party situation. And you're doing the growth, you're focusing on yourself, you're healing, your job, and other things that, and you're just kind of putting yourself first again, and that's really going to pay off. You're going to find yourself getting promotions, raises, and things of that nature for your hard work, and you're also going to find yourself going potentially to events or planning vacations and small trips and things of this nature, and being invited to weddings and celebrations also during this time. But most importantly, being able to spend time with good people, a good support system around you. The moon, Pisces energy here for my Aquarius out there. We see things that were being done in the dark coming to light during this period, and you coming to a lot of conclusions about your mental, physical, and spiritual, emotional health and well-being. You listening to your intuition more during this time and being a little bit more adamant about your choices and decisions and why do you do the things that you do, being more confident in those decisions and making the changes that go around with them. and really looking deep into yourself and coming to a better understanding as to why things have happened and why your life, your love life, your emotional life is where it is right now, but being active and proactive about changing it now that you feel like you've come to some conclusions, that you feel like you've gotten some answers from above, from your guides, from your God, from your goddesses, whomever you believe in, and moving forward. And we also see this as being Pisces energy around you. Someone or you could have Pisces in your chart somewhere, Aquarius, and this energy would be prevalent during this time as well. But we see you just coming to um, decisions and being more sure of yourself and more confident. We see your confidence beginning to peek through again. We see you rebuilding bonds with some people from your past as well. We see you healing childhood traumas and wounds during this time and coming to peace with yourself and coming to terms with certain situations that you've experienced in your life and just deciding that you're going to move forward. Some of you guys are rekindling relationships with old friends. Some of you guys will be reconnecting with your higher self, reuniting with your higher self, your guides, your angels during this time, getting a stronger bond, a stronger connection to your intuitive side, self, your own personal magic, as I like to say. Some of you will be becoming more religious or spiritually inclined during this time as you find yourself and do some soul searching. You're going to find yourself with a great soul tribe around you of people who are really supportive of your personal spiritual growth and your personal journey, who really want to help you along the way. Some of you might find a mentor during this time, a spiritual teacher, a religious teacher, someone who will be able to help you with your healing and keep you, help keep your energy aligned, your chakras open, and energy clear. And again, some of you will find yourself in that position where you're in a leadership role and you're mentoring others, whether that be in business or otherwise. But so far, we're seeing some really great energy for you. We see a couple of major arcanas coming out. We see some balancing coming into your life with your emotional state and your spiritual state. And this is looking like really great energy for you, Aquarius, so far, ending of April, and particularly for many of you guys who left a three-party situation. We're seeing you grow substantially and go through an ascension point after this relationship. And this came out for you either in your last reading or the reading before. Again, the universe is saying work on this heart chakra. You've been through a lot of pain. We see you doing the work here with these cups cards after being damaged, after being used and abused by people who should love you and treat you with the utmost respect and care that you deserve. For my Aquarius out there, but some of you are still having difficulty trusting again, opening up your heart and taking that leap into a new relationship, for those of you who might have a relationship on offer, or particularly for those of you who might not know someone yet. It's just opening your heart back up and turning that light switch back on, that light that emits that loving uh, radiance of energy around you, to let people know you're open and you're willing for a loving relationship. Many of you have been courted to a lot of traumatic experiences that it just takes time to heal and learn and grow from, and find ourselves in a place where we have forgiven the things that have been transgressed against us, or at least to a point where we're able to move on with a bit more happiness in our life, and take what we can of the lessons if they're understood, and move forward, and not self-medicate or try to block this energy, but truly focus on this heart chakra energy. So the universe, your gods, your angels, your guides, your goddesses are asking you to continue to do the soul work, continue to work on your heart chakra, continue to do things that would open your heart chakra, keep your rose quartz and things like that near. I have some here. Um, Keep your rose quartz and your heart chakra open. Make sure you're listening to heart chakra frequency music, and you're aligning your chakras, and you're doing things that help you feel loved. You're spending time with the people that make you feel loved, your loved ones, your family, your friends, your animals, and things of that nature. You are getting out and spending time and self-care and doing things that make you feel good for yourself, Aquarius. Even if you're doing these things by yourself, fulfill your heart, fill your own cup back up, do self-care, go get a massage, go get go to the salon if you can, go get a haircut, go do things that make you feel good, Spend time around nature with animals and things if that makes you feel good. Take a dip in the ocean, do some research on some cool new product, work on that invention, that great idea that you have. Do things that fulfill you during this time and don't just dwell on the bad situations and bad relationships that you've had of the past, because you have some really fantastic energy wanting to come in for you after this healing. You're coming to a lot of conclusions. You'll see new cycles start. You're going to feel more confident, and you're going to feel more sure of yourself after you continue to move forward on this healing path that you've begun. For many of you, again, we see this heart chakra almost. It's almost like denoting the green of the heart chakra again, although it's a little lower. But we see your passions being reignited and restarted again just for life and having a zest to keep pushing forward. And again, you've been through your obstacles, you've been through your bad relationships, you've been through your bad friendships and business deals and classmates and professors and such. But now the universe is saying throughout all those traumas you've learned, you've grown, continue to work on your healing and use that strength to push you forward and propel you forward in life. And you're going to see positive return on working on your heart chakra. Okay? Just know that you work on your heart chakra and everything else starts to flow for you. Okay? Every other aspect. If the heart chakra is blocked, it can't really fill all those other cups. And we see you being diligent at work. We see a harvest coming for your hard work. And I also see this as material harvest and success in 3D worldly things, because you are working on your heart chakra. You are working on your spiritual growth. You are meditating, learning to eat well or eat a little better. These are things that change over time, but you're incorporating more water, more fruits, more vegetables, less processed food. You're taking time just to breathe for yourself, even if you can only get 60 seconds a day, just to sit there with a clear thought. You're doing that now, and these things are going to manifest, and these things are going to manifest in spiritual growth and abundant growth for you in every aspect of your life. So we're seeing some great things come out for you during this time frame for my Aquarius out there who've just been going through an emotional period. Ups and downs, challenging difficulties with the heart chakra and heart experiences and love life experiences. Many of you went through really bad breakups or devastating divorces, regardless of how recent it was or how long ago it was. These are things that it takes time to heal from, and you're still in a healing phase. Many of you have stopped drinking and have started drinking less. Many of you have started smoking less and things of that nature, just trying to align your chakras and put more positivity into your body so you can get more positivity out. And we see this working to align your chakras and you coming into harmony. We see many of you Aquarius having the opportunity, when this heart chakra opens up, to have a loving, fulfilling relationship with somebody that is truly a soulmate, potentially a twin for some of you guys. I don't know. Um, I know I only have one twin that I've ever met other than myself. There are 4 or 5 billion people in the world, and of 144,000, and when you consider the fact that people who are born as identical twins are often twin flames and all those different things, the mere opportunity to come across another twin flame in your lifetime is extremely rare. So I'm pretty excited and feel blessed to know that I have one twin flame that's part of my soul tribe, and that person knows who their twin is as well. But anyway, this could be your soulmate. And the universe is saying, work on that heart chakra. You have somebody in your energy, around your energy, or who will be coming into your energy that is a true soulmate. And it's you, Aquarius, that needs to do some heart chakra work, some healing, some cord cutting to allow for this to flow in. We can delay our progress and our blessings and things of that nature with delayed healing. And I am not belittling anyone's experience. We have all been through very terrible, traumatic things, things that scar us, but we don't have to be scarred for life. We can take the lessons and move on. We can leave the pain, take the lesson, and move on. And it just takes time. It takes deliberate action to try to heal yourself and do things that make you feel good. I'm not saying pretend as if something didn't happen or didn't exist or don't, not to address it, but you want to address it You want to try to find the lesson in it if you can, and come to peace with the fact if you can't, and move forward and understand that it's all part of a bigger grid and a life cycle for you. Beautiful, privileged lady. Again, many of you Aquarius out there have somebody around you who would be a really great counterpart soulmate, and you would be a really great counterpart soulmate to somebody else, and this person is going to be heavily within your energy during this time frame. If this privileged lady is not your energy, Aquarius, this will be a privileged lady in and around your energy during this time, or potentially wanting to come in. We see a lot of green in her background, denoting again that heart chakra we keep seeing come up for you guys. So we really want you guys, those of you who are ready for love and ready to do the work and such, you have an opportunity coming up. You have somebody around um, who would be a great counterpart for you. And it's like, wow, um, some of you Aquarius are keeping yourself in an imprisoned state by feeling trapped, feeling you can't move, you can't switch jobs, you can't move to that new state, that new city. Oh, I just can't. And you'd be surprised at how many things you'd be able to accomplish if you just took the first step forward to get those things done, and just worked on your confidence to know that regardless of what society says, this is your life and you can do anything. You're powerful, you're magical, and you're a great person, Aquarius. So use that intelligence, that hyper intelligence, and those great ideas that many Aquarius are full of, to get yourself out of a emotional situation where you feel stuck. Because that's definitely your energy. Distant horizons. So you're trying to release this anchor from the past. And again, we saw that with the Queen of Cups and the Knight of Cups, that you're doing a lot of soul work, trying to release these burdens and these things that have kept you burdened and feeling weighed down, and keeping you from situations that you feel are in your highest good and would be best for your vibration. But at the end of the day, we do have to work on releasing these burdens and these cloudy situations, these burdensome anchoring positions from the past, so that we can move forward to have these great experiences. And the universe is saying you're doing a great job. Continue to work on your heart chakra, continue to move forward. They're recognizing your work, and you're going to be recognized with a soulmate. We already saw that energy come in. Whether your soulmate is going to be a friend, a family member, or a love partner, you're going to be recognized for this hard work and sticking it out, okay? So go ahead and keep pushing through. For my Aquarius out there, there are changes coming. Be accepting of the changes. Continue to work on your heart and healing from these bad relationships and bad situations. And the universe has great things in store for you. Beautiful. We see a healing. We see you healing. We see a progression of your healing. And new love just kind of sitting there waiting for you, Aquarius, once you're done. We see some of you finding soul groups and spiritual support. We see some of you Aquarius with water signs around you, um, potentially Pisces or Cancers around you. We see children popping out of your romance angels. So some of you do have children. Some of you are just working on childhood wounds and things that you've experienced or learned within your childhood that you want to release, and that you realize now after living 15, 20, 30 more years that these things don't line up with you. These are antiquated beliefs. These things don't even align with modern society, and they certainly don't align with your spirit or your growth, and you're really having some conflict in beliefs and religions and societal expectations and things during this time that you were taught as a child, and kind of unknowingly you never really had a choice. Many people don't even think about the fact that we are often born into our religion. We don't choose them, and maybe uh, things should be a little different. But we see you Aquarius doing some serious searching and really identifying some triggers and things from your childhood and moving forward. But we also see this as some of our Aquarius with children, spending time with them, and them being a highlight during this time and this energy, and you really thinking about the future of your children and how are you going to provide for them. Also, for some of you singles out there, or people who just may not have children right now, we see children being heavily on your mind, and wanting to start a family, and wanting to have children, and wanting to have animals and things with your relationship partner, and kind of take it to the next level. We also see romantic feelings. Your feelings are real and worth being explored. Again, a lot of you Aquarius out there are coming to the conclusion that love is a lot a lot more about than just the physical and attraction and what someone else might want for you or who somebody else thinks you look cool with or should be with for their own selfish reasons. And you have a spark for somebody in your heart. There's somebody around you that you like or you love, potentially from the past. It's going to vary for many of you, or somebody who's recently sparked your interest and you're thinking about contacting. But with the children card here, I would likely say this is more somebody from the past that you're thinking about, that you want to reconnect with, or someone who you potentially might want to have children with and start a family with moving forward. But we see you connecting to your emotional side and realizing that you deserve love and you deserve the best that love has to offer. If you're willing to give the best, you certainly deserve it, Aquarius. And many of you are coming to this conclusion now, and you're going to be moving towards love during this spring season and opening yourself up after doing that hard work to heal your heart wounds and your soul traumas and things. And you're going to be working on that chakra. So we see some of you taking a little break right now for yourself again to heal your emotions. But we see also a whole nother side of you, a whole nother group of you Aquarius out there taking a trip to see your loved one, taking a trip to see somebody you're dating soon, or planning that trip soon. We see some of you guys who have recently been married being able to actually go take a honeymoon or spend some time together at least and reconnect. But this is the universe saying for you singles out there, go ahead and continue to spend this time and this take this time away to do self-care, to heal yourself, because you have beautiful, fantastic, loving energy coming in for my Aquarius out there. You just have to open yourself to it and continue to do the soul work on your heart chakra. We got the heart chakra for you before in one of your readings. It was either your first April reading that we did, or it would have been in March. But you definitely had that card before, and I remember it. It came up in somebody else's reading. And it's massively important that you continue to do that soul growth because it's working and it's healing you, and you're going to start to feel and see the difference for my Aquariuses out there. All right, let's wrap up with the Kuan Yin Oracle and tie this whole reading together as she always does. Okay, Bamboo Moon. Did you know that there are no mistakes in the universe, and that all circumstances, and that all events, circumstances, relationships, and situations are unfolding in perfection with the timing and intelligence of the divine plan? Any apparent delay is in your favor. If something is happening for you right now, then that is perfect too. Divine timing is perfection. It is safe to trust this now. So go ahead and allow yourself to know that those bad relationships, those bad circumstances were just all part of your growth. You have new love wanting to come in. Many of you have come to the conclusion about what you want, what you deserve, how you express your love, how you expect to receive it back. And the universe is saying, everything has happened for a reason. Some things you're not always going to understand. Don't beat yourself up thinking you made a wrong choice. All of the lessons that you've experienced in life, whether they were a lesson or a blessing, were meant to teach you, grow you, and move you on to the next element of your path. You don't have a whole bunch of major arcana energy here for you during this period. For my Aquarius out there, we see you doing soul searching and you coming and becoming more intuitive and more confident in listening to your intuition. We see many of you coming to a point where you're willing to open back up to love. So how beautiful is that, Aquarius? Thank you so much for sharing your beautiful energy with me. I appreciate you coming to get some of mine. Make sure you give me a thumbs up, you subscribe, and you leave your comments below. I'm Bri, and I'll see you